dark nights of the soul, the shadow bringers, the night stalkers, the dark ones, the fallen unseen, the opposition to the light. Unconscious emerges, subconscious emerges. Okay? What we do not make conscious will find a way to be seen. Everything within us wants to be seen. We want to be seen. And through all our shame and all our guilt, even from other lifetimes, and that's where it gets difficult, because you can't justify sometimes when issues come up, if you believe in that, or a very, very hidden aspect of your soul DNA, whatever it may be. This is where spiritual warfare comes in. This is warfare of the mind, body, and soul, where the mind and the heart are in this fierce battle with itself, with their concepts of how things were seen, where your heart wants to show you a different way, a different perspective, a different way of looking at it. And the mind, it's locked on. It's locked on. It's come to a conclusion, and it's really not open. That's one way. That's one way the dark night appears. The other way is the releasing of a moment in time that's captured your attention, whether it be in essence, in energy, or within a vision. Dark nights of the soul are a very mysterious part of ourselves, where something is leaked into the light. Whether we know it or not, whether we understand it or not, something has been brought to our attention. And it must be looked at. And it's confusing because it doesn't have a word or a poster or an announcement. It just surfaces through a trauma, through something that swiftly breaks down all your life as you've seen it, a lightning bolt that comes down into your life and shatters something. Well, that shattering will surface an energy which will command you to pay attention. And that's not that's not you volunteering to jump into a dark night of yourself. Like, no one really volunteers to do that. But it is a necessity of life. You can't avoid it. Even the most cheeriest people, and I found this myself in my life, the people that laugh the most cheeriest people, the people that sing a lot of them are hiding a lot of sadness and a lot of sorrow that they can't look at. And they hide it. They hide it behind their smiling face, their cheer. But while alone, the attacks, are severe. We have to restore our broken selves in order to become whole, in order to transmute, transcend, liberate. To find our very unique, exquisite selves. The courage you need is unbelievable. So if you choose to look at yourself, you're a brave soul. You're very brave. But you're also on the cusp of freeing yourself from those chains, from those illusions, from those perceptions. And you will make sense of them, but it's a process making sense of them. First, it's that scary feeling coming up, or you can manifest, things outside of yourself that are very, very fearful. We're incredible. We're incredible species. We are so incredible. Like my dark nights of the soul, I've been paralyzed a lot in my life through the dark nights. Sometimes I'd be, wanting to get ahead in my life, and I, at the computer and trying to do something, and 12 hours later when the sun starts coming in, I'm still sitting there paralyzed looking at something. It was torture. And other times it's a battle within yourself where your body thrushes around and you can't control yourself. We're trying to get rid of unhealthy things within us. We're trying to get rid of toxins that have come through our senses, that have a place in our body. Right here I have this rock. It's called obsidian, right? And I purchased this during, the dark nights of my soul to remind myself that it was a process and it was a natural part of healing yourself. And to avoid getting stuck in those moments in time, in those dark places, to avoid logging on to the attachment of the thought, to take us deeper, and that rolls us right out to sea. There's no rhyme or reason to attach ourselves to the thought of what this dark night has brought us. It's come to be released, not to, bestow more shame or guilt on you, which often it does. But this is where you have to love yourself enough to let go. To let go of, the oppression and the tyranny that these thoughts, these energies within you are holding on to, and, not to make a life of bantering with these energies. Then you're inviting them to stay. There's a way of letting go, and it's a process. Yeah, it's a process. Dark nights of the soul it's no picnic. It is no picnic, absolutely. And I've seen many people walk into the abyss and never come back with the dark night. And I often wonder if they were given this information, understanding that, they had a choice whether to hang on or let go, and it was only a thought, and they didn't have to engage. Although it's very difficult, and that's a thought, people say, oh, that's impossible. If you've been truly on the dark night of the soul, you would fight that you have no idea what it's like. I do have an idea what it's like. It's a metamorphosis. It's a metamorphosis for you. It's here for you. Right? Have a conversation. That butterfly wants to arise in you. And you need to let go. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Understand that you may not understand and be okay with that. But the answer will come. Namaste. I'll see you on the path.